What is up, you guys? Some big, huge news as soon as I get back from the convention. Oh my lord! It is time, it is official, and I'm not really surprised by the fact, but yes, IG Aonuma has confirmed that hard work, has already begun on the next Legend of Zelda game after The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I'm hyped. Now, there's a few things going into a bit of context from this news. Alright, so this news comes out of Source Gaming, who was able to get a copy of the Masterworks, which released in Japan, I'm pretty sure yesterday. The Masterworks is the book that comes after the Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia, which is after Arts and Artifacts, which is after Hyrule Historia. So it's Hyrule Historia, Arts and Artifacts, Encyclopedia, and the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Masterworks. That's the last book that we're supposed to get in this like trifecta, because Nintendo confirmed that we're going to get a trilogy of books, which was Arts and Artifacts, Encyclopedia, and Masterworks after Hyrule Historia, right? And we've yet to get Encyclopedia over here outside of Japan. So Masterworks for us is probably going to be a while, probably like maybe summer of next year. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. So in this book, there's a lot of concept art and a lot of interviews and excerpts from the development team of The Legend of the Breath of the Wild. And in one of those excerpts, according to Source Gaming, Aonuma confirms that work on the next Zelda game has already begun. Now, I've already seen this, and a lot of people are commenting on this one way, either way. They're like, oh my goodness, let Aonuma breathe, let the Zelda team breathe, let Nintendo breathe, Breath of the Wild, it's so good, let them breathe, goddammit. Well, you guys don't understand that this is kind of their job, and usually they have projects after projects, and they, have multiple projects happen at the same time, and one right after the other. According to the Masterworks, Aonuma confirmed that right after Skyward Sword's development, Breath of the Wild's development truly started. We had hints or whatever from 2011, and especially during the HD Zelda experience that was during the Wii U showcase, that like, oh, is the development started? In 2013 they said, yes, we are starting the next HD Zelda that's going to be truly HD, whatever. And that kind of is, the run-of-the-mill, the rat race that's going on in video game development, and for big developers, especially something with the Zelda series behind it. They are constantly making new games, game after game. So I mean, like, it's not they're working themselves to the bone, it's just that you're, project is done, let's start the next project. This is our job, we need to get paid, like let's get the ball rolling on the next project, guys, come on. Yeah, we like money. And it's nowhere near I would say Sakurai level of development, because that dude deserves a vacation. And a lot of people believe, oh, we're gonna get the next Zelda game soon. Probably not, because Zelda games take forever to develop, and they are notorious, very notorious. So it's like, okay, we're developing the next Zelda game. Here is the release date of the Zelda game. And when I see the first release date of a Zelda game that isn't a handheld, I'm like, you're funny. Just like Breath of the Wild, it was supposed to come out in 2015, it came out in 2017. So it's probably gonna be it really depends on how they're developing it, because this is just like word out breaking stuff or whatever. So a lot of people say that it could range from either 2 to 5 years, if depending on how they develop this next Zelda game, is when we're gonna see the next Zelda game. And then there's the argument, is like, is this gonna be a handheld Zelda or a true console Zelda? Well, the thing is, the 3DS, as we all have seen, is pretty much out the door thanks to the Switch. And the Switch is the Switch. It has the capabilities to have a game that is truly big home console game. And of course, you can take it on the go. So it really depends on how Aonuma and the Zelda team decide to develop this next Zelda game. Like, do we develop it with like a handheld strategy in mind, or a console strategy in mind? Are they going to reuse assets from Breath of the Wild, the same engine, maybe same models, tweak them a little bit, maybe have a Majora's Mask version of Breath of the Wild, because it took 2 years, less than 2 years, for Majora's Mask to be developed after Ocarina of Time, because they reused a lot of assets. And I will not be mad, I will not be too, if they decide to do that for the next Zelda game after Breath of the Wild. 2019, maybe. And of course, Aonuma and Miyamoto already said that, hey, you can expect another Zelda game on the Switch. Yeah. So I would love that to happen. And then there also goes to the argument, is like, are they done with DLC, or they're going to continue with DLC? Well, it depends, because there's a lot of context of this information missing, because in Nintendo and other video game companies or whatever, they can split off the development teams, they can work on multiple projects, like I said before, at the same time. so they could be working on more DLC for Breath of the Wild while simultaneously working on the next Zelda game. So everybody wins, because a lot of people's like, oh man, I would want more DLC for Breath of the Wild. It's like, nah, they should just hurry up and make the next Zelda game. So I mean, like, you know, why not both? And then the taco commercial, whatever. So I'm very ecstatic and very excited for this news coming out of the Masterworks that the Legend of Zelda, the next Legend of Zelda game, is already being worked on. When are we gonna see the first thing of the Zelda game? I would not bank on it soon. I would not, you know, expect to see anything that we could look at physically of the next Zelda game next year. I would see like the first few, like, you know, Hansel and Gretel crumbs or whatever in 2019. That's when I expect to see the first thing of this new whatever Zelda game is gonna be, or when it will come out, or whatever. But you know, it's really up in the air, because if they decide to use the Majora's Mask type of strategy, we can see something next year. Especially since Skyward Sword in 2009, we got that one piece of concept art. You know, if they decide to do that as well and just show us one piece of concept art of the next Zelda game, woohoo! But I'm excited, and I know you guys are excited. Let me know what you guys think about this news in the comment section below. Do you think that we'll see anything soon, relatively soon? What strategy you're gonna take? 2 to 5 years? I want to know it all. Let me know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, favorite, and most importantly, subscribe. And if you want to support even further, consider pledging $1 on my Patreon page. Everything you need to know is in the description box below. So guys, until the next Zelda video, I've been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.